Just because in the season that we're living in, I think it's important that I have your names.
What do you mean, ma'am?
A lot of crazy stuff going on. And so having your name makes me feel more secure. As I said, we came here June 28th. You know, we're actually new here.
Okay.
And for the police officers in this area to come up and say, "Are you growing marijuana?" That is preposterous to me.
Imagine you're home one day, sitting on your front porch. You recently retired, you moved back to the country after retiring. You're sitting there with your spouse, you're African American, as is your spouse. You've never been in trouble with the law before in your life. You're just sitting there in peace and quiet, enjoying a private and calm summer day in rural McDowell County, West Virginia, on your front porch. Unexpectedly, you see a police car come up your small gravel driveway. Two uniformed white police officers get out, and they go first to the house next door. You see them look in the windows. That's the home of your 79-year-old neighbor. They seem to be searching for something. Then they turn towards you. They're walking closer. You have no idea why they're there. Your first instinct is to smile and wave, but they're not smiling back. They don't wave. The first one, clearly the leader of the two, walks up to you, and he gives you a look that immediately makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up. He appears to be angry. He appears to be agitated. He looks at you with contempt, smirking. The first words out of his mouth, "Are you growing marijuana?" All of a sudden, your peaceful and private retirement becomes a nightmare you didn't see coming. This is what happened to Donnie and Ventress Hairston on August 7th, 2020, and it would only go downhill from there. You call your landlord, who was a police officer in the military and who's a respected member of the community, but he gets even worse treatment.
To say somebody scared you because I asked you a question is ridiculous.
That's preposterous.
You're going to give me a name.
Wait.
Okay.
It's ridiculous to you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
But it's not ridiculous
Your
over
first
here.
name.
I'm not giving you my information.
Sir, if you refuse to give me your information, I'm going to arrest you.
That's fine. My property has nothing to do with any marijuana whatsoever.
Jason Tart, what is your date of birth? I'm going to arrest you if you don't give me your name and date of birth.
What you're about to see here is outrageous body cam footage that has never been seen before by anyone outside of law enforcement. It shows what happened to my clients, Jason Tart, the property owner and landlord, as well as Donnie and Ventress Hairston, his innocent and mistreated tenants, on August 7th, 2020, when they were subjected to multiple civil rights violations by two deputies with the McDowell County Sheriff's Office, Dalton Martin and Jordan Horn. Today we filed a federal civil rights lawsuit, which you can read in full at the link in the description posted at my blog, thecivilrightslawyer.com. But you can watch the footage for yourself. Before the body cams were turned on, what you need to know is that there was a complaint received that an abandoned church in an overgrown parcel of land not owned by any of these individuals apparently had 4 marijuana plants growing there among the thick brush. Crime of the century, right? The perpetrators must be one of the elderly African American residents nearby, of course. Instead of treating them as human beings, let's accuse them first thing, then mistreat, harass, and retaliate against them if they dare to get uppity or not know their place.
Is just a question, man.
Yeah, well, I get that. And so then my only question to you is your names, just so it's okay in my own heart and mind. And when I say the season we're living in, you know the season we're living in.
Y'all looking for something over here at his house?
What is it?
Y'all concerned about something over here at this house?
This house?
No, that house.
Yes.
What's the problem?
Who lives there?
Mr. Ferguson? He's probably there now. He's 79.
Okay. All right. What's your name, sir?
You can knock on
Jason
the door.
Tart.
Jason Tart.
Tart.
And what do you mean by the season we're living in, ma'am?
Sir.
What do you need? You got any questions for me?
No, I'll collect some information from you in a minute, your name and date of birth and such.
What do you need my information for?
You own these two homes, correct?
What
Okay,
do these two homes got to do with that?
These two homes is near that marijuana grow, so I'd just like to have your name.
You know how many people go through here?
I understand.
That's
Well,
not going to do you one bit of good.
Okay. Well, sir, I'm going to need your name and date of birth, and I have that.
feel comfortable giving you my name and date of birth.
Okay. Well, this is a criminal investigation. You own these 2 homes, so by law, you do have to give me your name and date of birth, sir.
If he gives you a reason, yes, you do.
Reason for what?
Because of the marijuana grow.
It's not on my property.
Okay. Well, again, I have reason to believe that these 2 homes here that you own is related to that marijuana grow. So you have to give me your name and date of birth by law. Go get a pen and piece of paper.
Reason to believe what? Why? Because these houses are here?
Yes, sir, and you own them.
May I say something?
Right. Do you understand? I was born and raised here. Do you understand that there's a lot of traffic going through here?
Since we've lived here, people come up here and they park there, and we don't know where the hell they go, and then they come back out.
I don't have a problem giving you my information. I'm just
Okay, well,
trying
that's
to
all I
understand
need. It doesn't have to be an argument. I mean, just give me your name and date of birth, dude.
You,
It's easy.
it's not easy. My property has nothing to do with what you found.
Okay. Well, we're just making sure of that. That's our job.
How? Berwyn Land Company owns.
Okay.
Berwyn Land Company owns.
Sir, I
the church.
don't understand why you're being argumentative about giving me your name and date of birth.
I'm not.
It's simple.
Well, you scared me. I mean,
Scared you?
Who says that?
By asking you a question,
Who comes up and asks? That's crazy.
and it scared you,
I'm trying to understand what
It scared you by me asking you a question.
Growing marijuana?
and that's a question.
What does these houses on my property got? Did you find it on my property?
It's near your property.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
They do. Yeah. To say somebody scared you because they asked you a question is ridiculous.
That's preposterous.
Go ahead and give me your name, sir.
Wait.
First name.
It's ridiculous to you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
But it's not ridiculous.
Your
to
first
me.
name.
I'm not giving you my information.
Sir, if you refuse to give me your information, I'm going to arrest you.
That's fine. My property has nothing to do with any marijuana whatsoever.
So you had criticism expressed to the officer that these individuals were scared based on his conduct. And in retaliation for that, look what is happening. Now, this is the treatment that you get. Not only do I want your name, but I want your date of birth. And in the charging documents, because Jason is about to be arrested here, it's claimed that he didn't identify himself, that he refused to identify himself. Well, just listen real quickly to what the arresting officer says right now.
Jason Tart, what is your date of birth? I'm going to arrest you if you don't give me your name and date of birth.
You're going to arrest me if I don't give you my name and date of birth?
It's obstructing an officer.
How?
Because you're hindering me from doing my job. You're hindering
How
me
am
from
I hindering you from doing your
Sir.
job if it's not on my property?
Last chance to give me your name and date of birth, sir.
How am I hindering you?
Sir, last chance to give me your name and date of birth.
How am I hindering you?
Place your hands behind your back. Place your hands behind your back. Are you going to give me your name and date of birth?
Take me to jail. You're right. I'm hindering you from doing your job. Please.
I'll see if I can find you my name first.
No, I'm hindering you from doing your job.
Really going out off the
Yeah, this is how you guys.
This is bad.
This is,
112 control.
this is how you operate.
This is a wrap.
I'm hindering you from doing your
That's why
job.
I needed their.
Y'all need to go inside.
Okay, let's put this in context here. There is no search warrant. There is no arrest warrant. Now, the homeowners, this officer is telling them they're standing on their porch of their house. This officer is standing down their private gravel driveway on their property and on Mr. Tart's property. And he's telling them to go in your house. That's what's happening right now. And you can see that there are attempts being made to film the police misconduct that is in progress right now. And this is after these homeowners had already expressed to this officer that they were afraid of him, and obviously rightly so. And you're about to see him force them from their front porch into their house, obviously against their will.
This is what's going on.
You two need to go inside.
You scared her.
In this
Again, you two go inside. Go inside.
I'm afraid.
Go
now,
inside.
to tell you the truth.
I
Go
can't
inside.
stand on my own porch.
No, go inside as of right now.
Tell me why.
Go inside.
What are you doing,
Step off
man?
the porch. Step off the porch.
I'll step off.
Go inside.
What are you doing? This is unnecessary for
Sir,
you to be
go
doing.
inside.
He's standing on his own porch.
Go inside.
Don't come in my house.
Go inside. Step back. Go inside. Thank you.
That's completely uncalled for.
Come on.
Look,
Walk.
man, don't
Walk.
listen. You
Stop.
don't have to listen,
You're
man.
being
Listen,
recorded.
listen. This
Just
is
walk.
listen.
Walk.
Listen.
Walk.
Listen. I can walk.
towards
I can
the car.
walk
Okay,
without
well,
you
walk.
putting your damn hands on me.
Walk
You
to the
understand?
vehicle.
I have not broken the law.
Walk towards the
At
vehicle.
all.
Well, walk to the vehicle,
Don't
sir.
put
You're
your
being
damn
recorded.
hands on me. I give
Sir.
you no reason to touch me.
I'm going to arrest you then. Place your hands behind your back.
Uncalled for.
Place your hands behind your back.
Put your hands behind
Place your hands behind your back.
Listen.
Look, just relax, okay?
Listen. You
Relax.
Place your hands behind your back. Please place your hands behind your back.
My hand is behind my.
Place your
It
hands
only
behind-
takes one of you.
Place your hands-
Look, let him do it. All right. Take your hands off me.
That's fine. Okay.
Let him do it.
I think he got an alternative motive,
Okay. Let's walk this way.
He owns two properties right here on this Fabulous Drive road after you pass the second concrete bridge on the right. We located a marijuana grow probably not 100 foot, 50 foot from this last property of his, and he just won't give us his name, date of birth.
And for deal white male, black male.
Black now.
Beautiful.
All right, do you want to see where the marijuana was? Do you want to see it? Do you want to see how much marijuana this grow operation we're talking about? Well, you're in luck because you're about to see it. Take a look.
Just sit here. I'll go up here and collect.
I feel safer already, don't you? By the way, there never was any evidence that anyone planted that marijuana or that it even was marijuana rather than hemp, as far as I know. My clients weren't charged with any of that. There was never any indication or any evidence that pertained to the landlord or the tenants at all. Absolutely nothing. What was the only thing that Super Trooper Dalton Martin knew about these people? Well, I guess all he knew was what he could gather from looking at them. They lived in a rural area and they had a certain skin color. Now, the only other thing he knew is that when he approached them, and I guess he expected them to sufficiently respect his aggressive authority, they instead said that they were afraid of him and questioned his authority. And instead, what did he do? He retaliated against them. And we have a First Amendment right to express criticism of law enforcement. And you can also hear from the video that at least one point, Mrs. Hairston asks him what his name is. Isn't that ironic? So he's arresting this guy. He already knows his name because allegedly he won't tell him his name and also date of birth. But he expressly refuses to give his name to the homeowner, and he's standing on her property. Instead, he mocks her about it, and he also argues with her about it. he retaliates against her for expressing that she's scared of this guy who's supposed to be law enforcement, who's supposed to protect and serve. So what happened here? Well, to make a long story short, Mr. Tart was transported for arrest processing. He was incarcerated. He was sent to jail. And then fast forward to, when was it? October 28th of 2020. So not very much longer. Here we have the criminal charge of obstruction, which is what he was charged with, dismissed. And here's what it says. Dismissed by the court. Dismissed by the prosecuting attorney. Officer failed to appear to prosecute. So Super Trooper Dalton Martin, who spent all this time and trouble getting these 4 marijuana plants from overgrown brush behind a derelict church, didn't even bother to have the courage or the guts to show up in court and to face this guy that he charged with a crime. When in reality, this guy, Jason Tart, is retired military. He was a military police officer in the military. He has been vice president of a Department of Defense contracting firm, and he is a respected local member of the community. These people were treated in a way that they didn't deserve to be treated, that no one deserves to be treated. And we're going to seek justice here. So you can check out the entire lawsuit, read it at the blog post linked in the description at thecivilrightslawyer.com. This is filed in federal court, Southern District of West Virginia. And make sure you subscribe both here and also on the website at thecivilrightslawyer.com so that you can keep apprised of updates. So thanks for watching.